Reaching the highest rank in Master Duel is tedious, but not necessarily difficult, given that you have the time, the patience, and most importantly of all, a good deck. This is made a lot easier via the tools offered in-game, such as the crafting mechanic and the ability to buy gems. Thanks to these features alone, building any tier 1 deck is possible with a few clicks of a mouse. However, this doesn't apply to me. I've decided to take on the ultimate Master Duel challenge. Starting off with 3 structure decks and a budget of 1500 gems per episode, I'll be attempting to climb the competitive Master Duel ladder till I reach Master Rank 1. No crafting, nor buying gems. I'll have to solely rely on my ability to outplay my opponent and the luck of the pool. This is Master Duel from scratch. Hey guys, and welcome back to Master Duel from scratch. Last week we fared pretty well with our Dark Magician Fusion Turbo deck. We finished our last episode with a record of 8-2. Despite the fact that we fared pretty well, it's difficult to ignore the fact that our deck has a ton of glaring issues that will become a lot more apparent the higher we climb the competitive ladder. For this week, I'm gonna see if we can't bolster our Dark Magician the Dragon Knight strategy with some new cards. Admittedly, the deck still has a ton of fluff and filler that we need to cut, so why don't we go into the shop and try to fix this. So here we are at the card shop, and I think without a shadow of a doubt, the first big step this deck should make is buying one of the bundle packs. We'd be crazy to skip out on these packs because they just offer so much value within them. Also, with a budget of 1500 gems per episode, if we really wanted to, we could buy 2 of them right off the bat. But I think I'll avoid that for now, and save these packs for once per episode. I think this will make things a bit more exciting. But as to which pack are we choosing? The main packs popping up to me right now are the Lightning Storm, Ash Blossom, Imperm, and Judgment packs. All 4 of these packs seem like they offer us a ton of value this early on in the series. But after mulling my decision for a bit, I decided that the Ash Blossom pack is probably the best choice. Ash Blossom has borderline infinite utility, and paired up with the Dark Magicians, it's gonna become a lot better as well. With that being said, let's go 10 packs deep and see what we get. You know what? This isn't too bad. 2 Ultra Rares and 3 Supers. We can work with this. Alright, pack numero uno. What do we have? Ooh, 2 Super Rares right off the bat. Not bad. Alright. Nothing. Ugh, more nothing. Oh, that's kind of cool. Booch Incarnation. Really like this deck, so it's really neat. But what about the holos? Alright, first one is Galaxy Cyclone. Not awful, but we already have MST, which is arguably better. What's the other one? Oh shit, it's an Ultra. Despia Lulu Wallet. What the hell is this? Okay, it's a level 12 generic synchro. Once per turn, if a card leaves the extra deck, except during the damage step, you can make all monsters you currently control gain 500 attack permanently. Then you can negate the effect of one face-up card on the field until the end of this turn. During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can special summon 1 light spellcaster monster from your hand or deck whose attack equals its own defense. You can only use this effect of Despia Lulu Wallet once per turn. You know what? This could be really cool if we unlock the Dogmatica pack. Unfortunately, this doesn't unlock it though. But this would be awesome as a punishment target, or Dogmatica Calamity, I believe it's called. Not a bad start. You know what? I'm okay with that. Pack number 2. Okay. No holo. Alright, what do we have here? PK Spear, Insector Cricket, nothing. Hold up, doesn't this fusion need normals to be summoned? Oh wait, never mind. It doesn't. Oh cool, it's Breaker. Probably not good enough for this point, but it's okay, we have 8 more packs. Pack 3, Mutant card, Amorphage, Garbage. Doodle-Doo is a cool card, and nothing else. Bleak. Alright, let's try the next one. Pack 4. Oh, hold up, holo alert. It's an ultra rare. Let's go. Okay, hidden holo as well. Traptrix Garden. Cool card, but it's useless for us. We can't really play this. What else do we have? Edge of Scythe. Oh, wait, hold up. Could we play Fluffles this deck? But it doesn't unlock Fluffles. Okay, it's fine. Nothing. More filler trash. Alright, what's our holo? DDD Flame High King Genghis. I'm not playing DDDs. I'm not playing them. You can't. I'm not. I refuse to play them. All right, let's move on. Pack 5 and no hollows. Damn, this is going worse than expected. We've only opened one secret pack. Squamata's cute, but we need more Shaddolls to make it work. Forbidden Dress. Would have rather seen Chalice or Lance, but it's fine. Last 4, and none of them do anything for us. Okay, so halfway through and one secret pack. We can make this happen. Pack 6, halfway through. So we have Tunes, Infernoble, garbage cards. Is this our wait? Is this our second Bucha Carnation? That's funny. Nothing more. Oh wait, what's up? Is that the craziest hand trap ever? What kinetic puppeteer? We'll mess up our opponent's zones with that. And Exploder Dragon. This isn't looking good, guys. Pack 7. Bro, we need to find some good cards. We've gotten pretty much nothing for our deck so far. But hey, at least there's a hollow in our 7th pack. Alright, let's see what we got here. Nothing. Adhara's cool. Ooh. 10-Yi Dark Magician might go kinda hard, not gonna lie. God, I wish we could unlock it. Alright, Electric Jellyfish, neat. Ooh, Hidden Hollow? Wait, isn't this just the Gate Guardian card? Oh, this card's awful! Alright, what's our actual hollow though? Ida the Sun Magician. What the hell does this unlock? Wait, hold up, doesn't this unlock Charmers? Oh god, our secret packs are not looking very good at all. Pack 8. Please give me something playable. Let's see. Ooh, a Romage? Bad deck, but really fun. I love it so much from Duel Links. Armed Dragon Thunder. I like these cards too, actually. These cards are neat, but hold up. Ooh, hold up, Secret Hollow again? Royal Tribute. Share if you play, huh? This is probably the best pack we've gotten so far, it seems. Ugh, not looking good, actually. I mean, I guess it could be worse. Oh man. Oh man, it's Gagaga Code. He's so good in Onomat. And the other hollow is Link Disciple. I don't really think we can take advantage of this Link. It's a good card, but I don't know if we can make good use of it. Alright, 2 more packs. Pack number 9. No hollows again. Cool, okay. Oh, it's the Funny Plant deck. Neat. Fiend Sanctuary. Signet Witch. Oh, Calaga's kinda neat. But we do need Alistair though. This pack is Turbo Ass. Oh boy. I don't think we're gonna have many changes to our deck. Last pack, baby! Let's see what we can get. Can we end it on hollow, as Farfa would say? Oh shit, yes we can! And at that, 2 of them! Alright, Overfusion. Miracle Fusion is neat. Did I make that? Wait, no, I'm cooking too hard here. Warbler and Dragonfly. Oof, nothing useful so far. Alright, what about the super? Ika the Flame Body. Dude, what are these hollows that I've never seen before? What even is this card? This card is awful. What is this? Why is this a super? Okay. Last card. Please open a good pack. Please, I'm begging. And we got Gigantic Sprite. Oh man, we are so screwed for this week. Don't get me wrong. This card's broken. This is an unbelievable pull, but there's no way we can use it. This doesn't open anything either, so we can't even go into the Sprite pack. Alright, let's figure out how we're going to spend these last 700 gems. It's not looking good. So out of the 10 packs we opened, we only unlocked 4 secret packs, which is not good. Those were Fires of Scorching Bonds, Spiritual Mastery, Guardian of Kings, and Cross-Dimensional Contracts. I took a quick look at all of them and decided to open Fires of Scorching Bond. This is the Libromancer pack, and since we already have a ritual strategy kind of cooking up in the background, I figured that we might be able to boost it up with cards like Pre-Prep, Preparation, Manju, and cards like Cross Sheep, and other generic links are in here too. if we get lucky, we can pull in the high end and maybe tech in a Libromancer, I don't know, engine in there. I don't know. I'm thinking of some stuff here, and overall, I feel like this might offer us the most amount of value for what we have available to us at the moment. The second pack I thought about opening was the Gravekeeper one, just because Gravekeepers are they're pretty alright themselves, but they're kind of outdated, honestly. They're all Dark Spellcasters, which is great for Dark Magician, but I don't know, I didn't think they offered enough. But let's get into this. Alright, first pack of Fires of Scorching Bonds. Let's see what we can get. Ooh, cool. Vampire's Desires. Alright. Oh, okay, cool. First Manju. That's good. Alright. Pack number 2. We have Hollow outside the pack. Another dark magic attack. Yeah, we needed one of those. Limbromancer's pack has pretty much nothing. Sick. Alright, what's the hollow? Storming Mirror Force. Hold up. Pause. This is this is going immediately into the deck. Okay. We're actually getting playable cards now. That's good. Pack number 3. Ooh, another super rare? Don't mind if I do. Oh shit, I opened them all accidentally. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, Geek Boy. Isn't he kind of good? Yeah, I can't really do much with him, but if we pull more Libromancer cards, maybe we'll play him. Okay, not bad. Pack 4, let's keep him coming. Alright, so Gate Blocker, broken. Ain't no field spells activating under my watch, I guess. Alright, another Dark Magician card. Oh wait, I know this card from Duel Links. Yeah, maybe we'll play it. Okay, what's something else? Come on, man, I'm not asking for much. Just give me a Cross Sheep or something. Pack 5. Okay, 3 more packs to go. Scratch Archfiend. It's a cool generic synchro. Light Arena and nothing more. Pack 6. Oh man, nothing again. Oh man, this is bad. Last pack. Alright. Oh wait, is that a hollow I spotted? Okay. Tunneler, that's cool for Earth Machine. Let's see. Ooh, second Manju. Let's go. Okay, one-time passcode. Not bad. Ooh, Cross Sheep. Finally, we got one. Alright, and another Cross Sheep. I know I asked for Cross Sheep, but I didn't mean I wanted 2 of them. You know what? I won't complain. At least we got Cross Sheep and 2 Manjus. Could have been worse. Alright, what's the hollow though? Amazon is Spiritualist. Alright, it's useless. So the pack opening was underwhelming. I'll say that. But at least we got an Ash Blossom. At least we got an Ash Blossom out of this. Let's see if we're able to cook up anything halfway decent here. I'll see you at the deck building. So let's face it, our pools were hella mid today, so the deck didn't change all that much. However, I did end up going into story mode to pick up some more gems, but more importantly, to pick up some cards that would help us in today's episode. So, as I said, for the most part, we're working with the same strategy, but this time around, we're going to go harder into the ritual side of our deck. With the addition of Manju and Cross Sheep, this is going to make it more feasible to do. Now let's go over the card for card for this deck. Starting off, we're playing 3 copies of Dark Magician instead of the 2 we did last week. We're still playing 3 copies of Magician's Souls, 3 copies of Magician's Rod. These are just still the best cards in our deck. New addition, we're going to be playing 1 copy of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. This is probably the best card in the deck that isn't a Dark Magician card. And it's going to be fantastic whenever we paired it up with our Dark Magicians. So I'm glad we pulled this. We're playing 2 copies of Manjus of the 10,000 Hands in order to aid our strategy with the Magician of Chaos. We're still playing Dark Magician Girl, Magician of Dark Illusion, 3 Tamayas, and of course Magician of Chaos. We have 3 copies of Illusion of Chaos as well to get access to our Magician's Rod and Magician's Souls. For a new edition, we have Monster Reborn. We got off story mode. We're still playing the Dark Magic Attack, Magical Ice Fusion, 3 Magician's Servants. New edition is going to be the Chaos form, which is searchable via Manju. We're still playing 3 copies of Dark Magical Circle, 3 copies of Servant, 3 copies of Secrets of Dark Magic, which is going to double as our Ritual and Fusion spell. Last up for the main deck, we have our trap cards. we're playing 3 copies of Regeki Break thanks to the story mode. We're playing 1 copy of Starry Mirror Force, it's just strong in general. We're still Magician's Navigation, but we could cut it. I don't know. I'm so iffy on this one. And 2 copies of Eternal Soul. As for the extra deck, we actually have some new additions. Of course, we're still playing all the fusion monsters, those being Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight, Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, the Dark Magicians, Master of Chaos, Quintet Magician. As for the new cards though, we're playing 1 copy of Link Spider for those iffy boards where we have way too many Dark Magicians on field or in hand, so we can make some plays, or 1 copy of Cross Sheep, 1 copy of Decode Talker, and 1 copy of Rasta Liger. These just seem like generically good links to have in the deck just for more options. The game plan for this deck is essentially the same thing. We're still trying to make Dark Magician's Dragon Knight backed up by an Eternal Soul and maybe a Dark Magical Circle in order to banish stuff. But if that doesn't work, we're then going to be pivoting towards the Dark Magician of Chaos, which is also another great card that can interact with our opponent. Overall, I think the deck is pretty okay. I'm experimenting a bit with this version of it. We might switch off of it, not too sure yet, but I have high hopes for it. So let's see how we do. So Duel 1 went as poorly as humanly possible. It starts off with me losing the coin flip and being forced to go second. Not only that, but my starting hand isn't looking too good either. My opponent begins their turn with the normal summon of Sword So Moye, and at this point, with no hand traps in hand, I knew it was pretty much over. My opponent proceeds to perform all their Sword So combos and ends on a board of Chixiao, Baron, and Protoss with Dark being declared. What this essentially translates to is that he has a Monster Negate, an Omni Negate, and prevents me from special summoning any Dark monsters. Cool, no pressure I guess. It's then my turn, and before I can even enter my standby phase, my opponent immediately shotguns a Max C, which makes my job of breaking their board pretty much impossible. With no real place available, I go ahead and search out Tamaya, special summon him, and set some back row. At this point, I'm hoping I get a chance to play on my opponent's turn, but that hope is quickly extinguished with my opponent popping my Eternal Soul with their Baron and then special summoning Berserker of Tenyi. And that's pretty much the end of the first duel. Oof, pretty bleak start for the episode. We're now on Duel 2 and it starts off much better. This time around, I get to go first and see the ritual part of my deck. However, I do end up getting a brain fart mid-combo, so I end on a subpar board. Fortunately enough, my opponent doesn't really do much on their turn besides normal summon a copy of Shura, and not wanting them to summon anything off the effect of Shura, I try and pop it with Regeki Break. However, my opponent proceeds to protect it, and that's the end of their turn. On my turn, I get my head back into the game and diverge off the ritual part of the deck. I proceed to try and make Dark Magician the Dragon Knight to clear my opponent's board with the Eternal Soul and Dark Magical Circle lock, in order to wrap up the duel as soon as possible. Unable to amass the damage I need to win, I pass my turn, and my opponent sees the writing on the wall and proceeds to scoop. Nice, we needed this win after such an embarrassing loss. Duel 3 begins with me losing the coin flip once again, and having to go second once again. But it only gets worse from here once I realize what my opponent's playing. I was unlucky and got paired up against someone playing Tri-Brigade. But worse than that, they were playing Tri-Brigade Zodiac, a deck that's considered to be tier 3 according to Master Duel meta. And keep in mind, Dark Magician isn't even tiered. So I knew this duel was gonna go pretty bad. After my opponent proceeds to finish up all their combos, they end on a board of Trident, Shurake, and Sprite Elf. What this translates to is that my opponent has a once per turn pop, a once per turn banish, and anything that Sprite Elf is pointing to is protected from card effects. Yeah, this is manageable with this deck, right? Well, it doesn't matter. I proceed to botch my entire turn and end on a board of absolutely nothing. Not joking, all those cards set do jack unless I have Dark Magician in my hand or in the graveyard. I end my turn and wait to be put out of my misery. However, my opponent somehow misses lethal and leaves me on 1100 life points left, giving me one last chance to make a comeback. Who am I kidding? This duel is beyond out of my reach. Every last thing I try and do to get back into it, my opponent easily counters, and without me even breaking a sweat, they stomp me out. Frustrated by how badly I ended up losing, I go straight into the deck construction to make a few tweaks. I completely scrap the ritual aspect of the deck and take out the Manjus, Magician of Chaos, and the Chaos form. Additionally, I got sick of navigation doing nothing in my hands, so I replaced it with a copy of Regeki. Alright, it's time to get serious. We're now on my 4th duel, and I begin this duel by going first and immediately get hit by Max C. Oof. I'm not happy at the fact that this card's gonna become a normal sighting the higher the ladder I go. Not wanting my opponent to get any draws off Max C, I normal summon Rod, set a few cards, and end my turn. My opponent then begins their turn with the special summon of Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. And I am filled with relief at the fact that I don't actually have to play against an actual competent strategy. Sorry Blue Eyes players, I don't mean any shade by this. After the summon of Alternative Dragon, my opponent then tries to pop the Rod with Alternative. But I quickly chain my set card and fusion summon into the Dark Magicians. My opponent then ends their turn. It's my turn now, and I realize all I really need to do is out 2 big old vanilla dragons. This should be fairly easy. I proceed to work my way till I can special summon a copy of Master of Chaos. A few more things happen after that. I tribute off Dark Magician Girl and a copy of Tamais, and bada bing bada bow. That's game. Nice, alright. 2 wins, 2 losses. Perfectly balanced as all things should be, huh? Alright, let's hope we can keep this win streak going. Duel 5 begins pretty bleak, with an awful hand that can't accomplish anything, except special summon Dark Magician and set a copy of Storming Mirror Force. I then pass my turn and nearly shat myself at the sight of Red Eyes Fusion. However, I quickly recover once I remember Dragoon isn't legal. So I'm good. My opponent instead makes Red Eyes Meteor Dragon, who I easily deal with and send back to the extra deck with my Storming Mirror Force. It's my turn again. I destroy all my opponent's back row and try and see if I'm able to take the game. Unfortunately, I don't even come anywhere near close to game and pass my turn. Thankfully, same occurs for my opponent. All they end up doing is setting and passing. Once my turn comes up again, I am then able to very easily and very convincingly take the duel. Duel 6 was super quick and kinda boring. This duel ends with my opponent summoning a copy of Ra's Disciple, attacking into the Dark Magicians for some reason, and then scooping once they realize they can't defeat it. Yeah, not much else happens. That's pretty much it. Alright, let's move on. It's now Duel 7, and we actually end up facing another Dark Magician deck. However, their version of it was actually, well, good. The deck my opponent was playing was something I could only describe as Branded Bestial Dark Magician. Needless to say, those Bestial cards really kicked my ass by banishing all my resources in grave. And not only that, but the branded part of the deck put tons of pressure with cards like Mirror Jade. We squirmed and struggled for a good while, but in the end, accomplished nothing, but embarrassed ourselves with a loss. Honestly, I'll say this now, this is probably the deck that I want to end the series with. Some form of Dark Magician deck that has a few Bestials and or branded cards in it. But this is just one of the versions I want to end up going with. But that's all there really is to Duel 7. Let's move on to the last few. Duel 8 was a super quick game where I saw my opponent piloting Galaxy Eyes. We established a field of Circle, Eternal Soul, and a Regeki Break set, so it's fair to say that we have quite a few ways to interact with our opponent. However, this proves to be far too much for my opponent to handle, and it forces him to scoop the match before ever making it past main phase 1. Alright, nice. Quite a few losses there, but we're feeling good again. Let's keep this up. We're now on our last 2 duels, and duel number 9 saw myself facing up against Gate Guardian Kashtira. And needless to say, I end up dropping this duel. At the beginning of the game, I felt very comfortable because I thought I was facing a pure Gate Guardian deck. They begin their turn by activating the Gate Guardian Searcher in hand, and I see this as a perfect spot to end their turn completely by ashing that. However, our opponent then fairly quickly starts playing the Kashtira cards. And at this point, I realize, shit, I hit the wrong card. At this point in the game, we've lost. There's no way of recovery. The whole duel just gets away from me at this point. I seriously can't wait until these Kashtira cards get hit. What a garbage deck. God, I hope it gets banned soon. Needless to say, we lost. We lost the duel by death by 1,000 paper cuts of them managing all our crap and just not letting us play the game. Screw Kashira, that's all I'm gonna say. It's Duel 10, the final duel of the episode. This time around, we were matched up against Infernoble Ignite. A really interesting deck, if I do say so myself. I start off my turn by setting up a copy of Circle, Eternal Soul, and Raigeki Break, and call it a day. My opponent begins their turn and immediately threw me a curveball by activating an equip spell on one of my monsters, in order for them to be able to search out a monster from their own deck. After this, they proceed to perform a few combos where I patiently wait for the most opportune moment to interrupt them and try and win the duel. At the end of their plays, I managed to find a perfect area to interrupt them, enough to leave them on an empty board. However, they did manage to then pop my copy of Eternal Soul, which in check ends up destroying all my monsters on field, so we're essentially on even ground. My opponent then ends their turn and I begin mine. I actually, funny enough, end up amassing the exact same board I began the duel with, which was Circle, Soul, and Raigeki Break once again, which was more than enough to stop my opponent from doing anything on their turn. The duel quickly gets out of hand from there and I quickly amass a board of a bunch of big beaters and take the match quite easily. So with that concludes episode 2 of Master Duel from scratch. In the end, we were only able to amass a record of 6-4, a drastic dip from last week, but this was kind of expected. Hopefully in the next episode we're able to have some better luck with our pools and steer this deck in a better direction. And if you want to follow me on this journey and see the evolution of this deck, then make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. But with that, I've been Topsy. Have a wonderful rest of your day and I look forward to our next encounter. Bye.